Okay, top 23 songs of 2023. Oi pessoal! Welcome to my top 23 songs of 2023. Woo! Oh my gosh, can you believe we're already at the end of 2023? That's pretty cliche to say, but I mean, we made it. And what started as a lighthearted attempt to find a sort of silver lining from the terrible year of 2020 has become my annual tradition to make a list of my top songs of each year. So if you're new here, let me explain kind of how it goes. Every year I choose 15 top songs plus some honorable mentions. So in 2020 we started with 5 honorable mentions because 15 plus 5 equals 20, and the year was 2020. And then in 2021, we had 6 honorable mentions. 6 plus 15 or 15 plus 6 equals 21, and so on and so forth. That's how the pattern goes. So this year, we have 8 honorable mentions because 15 plus 8 equals 23. Also, another rule is that every song in this list was released this year. In previous years, I have kind of screwed up and added songs that actually had come out from the previous year, but not this year. I was really careful this year to only choose songs from the year 2023. Also, if you want a playlist of my top 23 songs, it'll be in the description. If you're looking for a specific song or specific ranking, check the description or the chapters here. And if you don't want spoilers, then don't look at those, because I will list the rankings and all the songs and the titles. All links to music videos will be in the description, as well as a link to the Google Doc where I wrote all the little stuff. Yeah, I'm talking a lot. I think that's it for the intro. How lucky that the air just started right as we're about to start. Okay, let's just get into the list. And now it's time for the top 10. 15, Queencard, Idol.
3, 2.
This arguably is the K-pop song of the year. Every idol you know was dancing to this song. Everyone was talking about twerking on the runway. I mean, those who get it, and those who don't. In all seriousness, this song really did give me a new sort of confidence that I was kind of lacking. I'm being so unironic and serious when I say that I am a Queencard. I fully believe that I am a hardworking person, beautiful person, who is worthy of love. And if nobody's told you today, you too can be a Queencard. If you believe that you are also beautiful and smart and worthy of love, my friend, you are a Queencard. 14, Kaleidoscope, Maye. This is the second year that Maye has made it on my list. The first time being in 2021 with her song Yours. And I'm very happy that she's released new music this year and that I'm able to add her song to the list again. Indie, chill Latin music is like one of my favorite genres, and despite it not being one of my top genres this year, that's kind of because, I don't like saying like all music sounds the same, but especially with this sort of Latin indie genre, the lyrics are kind of similar in that it's usually like, oh, like sad boy, hopeless romantic boy, or something like that, and that totally has its time and place. I mean, I love Kook, but I also like songs that are more about like self-love, kind of like with Queencard before, and then this song as well. It's all about knowing your worth and knowing that you are totally a force to be reckoned with. I think you'll see that sort of pattern recurring in today's list. 13, 7, featuring Latto, Jung. I don't think I need to explain myself with this song, but you best believe when I saw the Jungkook release his golden album, I listened to that entire thing and I loved every second of it. I would also like to give Guilty by Demian a little bit of a shout out here. Like, Seven and Guilty would sit at the same table. They both make me feel some kind of like that's just the way you make me feel, kind of. 12. Chừng, AMEE. First, I want to say I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I use Google Translate, and I can't really attest to how accurate Google Translate is when it comes to Vietnamese. Anyways, this right here is the cutest song of the year. Okay, guys, roughly translated, the title means something like, I like it so much, which I'm assuming that it refers to cats, because the album cover is like a little paw, and the music video shows like cat ears, and like her little dance is like cat motifs or something like that. Cats are my favorite, and so I think that's also why I sort of resonated with this song so much, because it's about cats. 11. Call Me, Ego Apartment. I think it's about time that I share my truth with y'all. Okay, you ready for this? I use Apple Music. Okay. Don't say nothing. Don't start throwing the tomatoes. Please, like, hear me out. It's because my dad pays for Apple Bundle, so am I not gonna use the family Apple plan? Yeah, that's what I thought. I like Spotify and all. Like, their curated playlists are definitely better. But I also did see earlier in the year that they changed like the heart to the check. That was a big L. Speaking about the playlist thing though, I found this song on an Apple Music playlist called Alt Asia, and I've been like revisiting that playlist a lot. But earlier in the year, that's when I heard this song on that playlist, and I was like, oh, this song is so good. So I immediately added it to my own playlist, and I've been listening to it on repeat ever since. So Apple Music, it's not for everyone, but it gave me this one good thing. Can we at least appreciate that? 10. Hijas del Sol, featuring Eva, Allyón, Renata, Flores, Milena, Wharton. Called the Andean Princess of Pop, Milena Wharton is making waves in the Peruvian music scene and the greater Latin American music scene in general. She, among other young artists, incorporates the Quechua language and indigenous Peruvian sounds in her music to create a unique and awesome style. Hijas del Sol is a collaboration with Peruvian legend Eva Allyón and Quechua rapper Renata Flores. If you were in my Spanish class in junior year, I don't know if you remember this, kind of a deep cut. I recognize the name Renata Flores from this song that we listened to for Música Madness. I don't remember what the song is called, but she was an artist that represented Peru. So now she's featured in this song, and I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh my gosh, I recognize her. This collab of indigenous women is so beautiful to see. I hope more indigenous and Latina women embrace their roots and start trying to learn more about like their people and like who their ancestors were, because a lot of that history has been erased from us. But I know that I certainly am on that journey to learn more about my own indigenous ancestors. Just want to say, very corny, but don't let anybody stop you. Don't ever let anybody take that away from you, because somos las hijas del sol. 9. Night Lotion, Andr.
Did you do what you do to hurt me? Or the thought of me?
The lyrics tell a story in a very sympathetic manner about a person who's been hurt by their partner. And when they sing the word why, I really feel the pain in the singer's voice. It's a very nice feeling for me to feel somebody's pain, even if I don't personally know that person or even know what it's like to go through what they've been. I still feel it so much. And I think that's a really cool thing about music, that even like despite a language barrier, you feel a person's emotion through the way that they sing. And yeah, I think that's really awesome. 8. I Am, IVE. Continuing this year's themes of self-love and confidence, I Am is a beautiful galaxy of high vocals. Like some of the highest I've heard in a K-pop song. And I was really not expecting that from IVE. I mean, it's the first time I heard it, I just couldn't get it out of my head. Like I went into work and I just kept singing the song over and over and over again. And I also kept doing the big stage part. I stopped learning choreographies a while ago and I don't really know why, but I missed it. So one day while I was at college, I decided to go to the gym after class and use the aerobics room, and lucky for me, there was nobody there. So that was really great. And I did a little stretch and then I pulled up this YouTuber called Leah. I pulled up her channel and she does like really great K-pop dance tutorials. And I saw that there was this dance tutorial on there. So I clicked it and then I learned it. It was so fun to move again. And it was something that I hadn't done in a long time. And this song is pretty easy. So it was kind of a good way to like reintroduce myself to like dancing. And I would also like to highlight Miss An Yujin. She always slays, but in this comeback specifically, I could not take my eyes off her. She's just so attractive. Just wanted to say that. 7. Meditate. Suté, Iwar, Tay, Iwar, and Lex Amor.
Meditate, 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 meditate. Breathe. Keep one.
I can't believe I've been sleeping on Afrobeats for so long, but I'm so happy that I finally decided to start listening to some Afrobeats music. Also, I'm sorry if I mispronounced any artist's name. I probably have. This song is everything. It's mellow and airy yet grounded. Does that make sense? I mean airy as in it feels like you're floating in the air and that you're letting go of all the worries that tie you down. Yet it's grounded because you know and you understand the connection and the relationship between your body and your mind. Meditation is something that anyone can try. I personally like to use the mantra inhale and exhale. Inhale, I am, exhale, okay. Because for me, it really helps when I like verbalize something, like I speak it out loud. That's when I fully believe something. So if you've been thinking about meditation for a little while, try something simple like inhale, exhale. Or you can try something like I am okay. Like a nice affirmation, you know? Meditation. 6. Demian, Dreamcatcher. Oh, come on. You knew Dreamcatcher was going to be on this list. It would not be a list made by Anna if Dreamcatcher wasn't on it. Dreamcatcher is one of those groups where their title tracks are good, but their side tracks are sometimes and oftentimes are better than their title tracks. And another group like that is Red Velvet. Just quick shout out. Chill Kill. All hits. No skips. Incredible album. This song in particular inspired me to create a playlist called Futuristic Soundtrack, which I'm not too sure what I mean by this, but it's just like songs that I would feature in a show that has like a cyberpunk or like, I don't know, space setting, kind of cybercore. In terms of the actual song though, I love it. Like Tammy's sort of like rap, and then the part where she screams. I also want to mention the part da 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 night Demian. Demian, G's like last chorus part. I love when she like sings, like when she belts like that, because I find that she has a very like soft and sweet voice, but when she like belts it out, I think it's so like beautiful. I really love G's voice. And now it's time for honorable mentions. Kids with a Calling, Kiff OST. If you don't know what Kiff is, it's a Disney TVA show. And I first watched Kiff at a Disney Resort hotel in the summer. I'd never seen the show before, never heard of it, never seen any sort of advertisement on it. But when we turned the TV on, it was playing, so I was like, why not? Started watching it and immediately loved it. It's like right up my alley. And the best part is that it's a musical show. Gumball is kind of a musical show. Steven Universe, My Little Pony, now Kiff. Man, I'm set. So why I chose this song in particular is because it was featured in the first episode of Kiff I ever watched. And now my dad likes to play it in the car or in the house sometimes. And you know, when he starts playing it, like, I can't help myself. I just start singing along. Also love that this is like anti-skipping school. Stay in school, kids. POW, Play on the World, Cherry Bullet. This might be the most fun song of this year. There's no way you can listen to the song and not smile. It just instantly puts you in a good mood. Also, kind of a rave song. Like, that chorus makes me want to jump up and down, you know? Play on the world. Not much more for me to say other than I really like the song and it's very hype. And I also included it in my fall scene in case you want to see an animation I made. Locochona, Cariño, and Girl Uto. This is so coming of age soundtrack, and I actually really like that. Like, this song would be playing at a party scene where the main character is walking through the crowds of people dancing, just trying to like find their romantic interests, or like, no, they would be looking for their friend, but then they bump into their romantic interest, and then their romantic interest is like, let's dance, and then they just like start dancing to the song or something. Sweet Time, Rebecca Sugar.
Such a hurry, so much, so quick, so sick with worry now. I'm taking my sweet time.
Y'all remember Rebecca Sugar, creator of Steven Universe and also expert lyricist and songwriter. One of Steven Universe's best qualities for me was always its music, both the score and especially the songs. But I didn't even know that Rebecca Sugar was still active until I saw on like this person's Instagram that they were going to release an EP this year. So I checked it out and I really enjoyed it. And if you're a fan of Steven Universe's music, I highly recommend this mini album. It made me feel nostalgic and gave me a bit of a bittersweet, melancholic feeling that I only really ever get when I hear that signature Rebecca Sugar style. And not to sound cliche, but these lyrics do speak to me a little bit, especially with the pressure to follow the same path as the rest of my peers. I'm gonna choose not to get caught up and all that. I'll take my sweet time and decide on what I want to do. Sacrifice, Eat Me Up, ENHYPEN. I have never felt those stereotypical teenage girl feelings like I have for ENHYPEN. There's something about them that unleashes this hysteric fan in me. Whenever Hee-sung gets on that stage, and I'm not even gonna go there because I've already embarrassed myself enough in this video. And yeah, last year I was not so impressed with Manifesto Day 1. I wasn't really feeling the change in sound. Plus I was wondering why they seemed to abandon their vampire story when it was just starting to take off. So I was so excited, and I am so thankful that they went full vampire this year with their EP Dark Blood and then later Orange Blood, which I also really enjoyed. By Me is incredible. Yes, it did make me feel a lot of things, but this sidetrack is just so good. There's something very addicting about the chorus, and I'm really liking this darker concept and sound that ENHYPEN are embracing. I also want to quickly mention that the boys like so good in the recent like American press stuff that they've been doing. Not to throw shade, but it must be the unwhitewashing of them. But Syn especially, like, dang, I always knew he was like charismatic, but like I can't help but be a stereotypical Syn fan. Forgive me. PADO, NCTU. If you thought me with the last song was getting a little like, what? I mean, this song, HIJAS, I feel you. I feel you. Better believe it, folks. I fell hard for NCT this year. This was definitely my season year, because you'll see later on what I'm talking about. And listen. They got me confused, but they also got me so satisfied. Nevertheless, Billlie. I think it's about time y'all stop sleeping on my girl's Billlie, okay? It took me way too long to realize that, but I am wide awake. I am listening. As if King Yo wasn't enough for me, was it last year? Or the year before? I think it was last year? To finally understand, like, hello, Billie's music is incredible. I hear some people say stuff like, oh, Billie's hit or miss for me. Like, what are you missing? What do you think is missing? Like, there's nothing missing. Everything is laid out for you. Like, if you don't like their music, you just don't have taste. I'm sorry to tell you that. My love, mine, all mine. Mitski. Let me preface this by saying I'm not like a Mitski girly or a Mitski fan. I like this one song, and I'd be willing to listen to more of her music, but I'm not a fan by any means, so don't be asking me what other songs do you like or telling me to go listen to her songs. No, the more somebody tells me to listen to a group, the less I want to listen to them. That said, this song is so beautiful. It is so sultry and smooth and velvety. It's like a lullaby. It's so soothing, and I feel calm and serene anytime it comes on. I just allow myself to take a moment to stop and rest and just listen to this song without having to think too much about the future. I really like that. And now it's time for the top 5 songs. 5. What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish. I keep saying like, oh, you already knew that this song was going to be on this list or that this artist was going to be mentioned, but come on now. Barbie, of course it was going to be on the list. It was her year after all. I don't have anything new to contribute to the conversation, and it's been kind of a few months since the movie came out, and oh my gosh, where has time gone by? I will say that I did cry a lot when I watched the movie, and I also do cry when I listen to this song. And I think it's because I was kind of going through those feelings, through those thoughts in college a lot. So just want to say thank you, Billie Eilish and Phineas, for writing a really beautiful song that helped me realize some of those emotions. Yeah, thank you. 4. Wait For You. Beats by Uxas and Boy Noms.
Girl, I feel it fire. Don't stay for too long.
This is the most perfect lo-fi song ever. It's sweet and cute and romantic, and it is so easy on the ears. You can dance to it, or you can lay and close your eyes and soak in the music. I think that's the mark of a great song. And I don't really know much about the artist. I don't think there's an official music video for this song. I discovered it on an Apple Music Afrobeats playlist, and I wish you knew more than that, but that's all I got. 3. Holiday, Celeste Syn. I might have talked about this before in a video, but do y'all also like to make little music videos in your head when you listen to a song? This song is so perfect for that. I like to imagine myself on vacation in a beach town in Europe, or maybe on the beach in Brazil. Just taking in all the sights, sunbathing, eating delicious foods, maybe riding a Vespa. I don't know why I thought of the Vespa. I just did. I also don't really know too much about this artist. I just know this one song of theirs, but I've added this song to so many different playlists because I think it fits a lot of different moods. That's kind of why I thought that it deserves 3rd place. 2. You First, Paramore. Paramore is back! Way back in the beginning of the year, Paramore released their 6th studio album, This Is Why. And I remember playing it in the car and loving every track. This song in particular stood out to me. I love Hayley Williams' voice. Who doesn't? But if I tried to sing like her, I would blow my voice out, and it would take me at least 3 days to gain my voice back. Doesn't stop me from singing in the shower or the car. I also want to say that Paramore is special to me because my aunt really likes their music, and I really like that. I like thinking about my chia. 1. Broken Melodies, NCT Dream. My song of the year, woo! If this wasn't enough of a hint for ya, NCT Dream completely took me by storm this year. I finally gave in and fully surrendered my sanity and my personality to these 7 dreamies. Honestly, I think it was Glitch Mode that really sold me. Last year, that song made it to spot number 8 on my list. So jumping from spot 8 to number 1, I think it's kind of a lot, but totally warranted when it comes to Dream, if you ask me. I could not stop listening to this song on repeat. I would listen to it at least twice a day for weeks since it came out. I even showed it to my friend, and I got her hooked on Dream. I mean, how could you not fall for their charms? I think my favorite part of the song is definitely Jisung's chorus line. Ooh, his deep voice. Oh my, it does something to me, man. I just melt. It's so hot. And I also love the high notes. There's something about Renjin's voice that breaks my heart by being so painfully clear. And then it stitches it back together because it's so powerful and beautiful. I could honestly talk about all of Dream's vocal line for hours, but I don't think y'all would really want to hear that right now. Yeah, I mean, this song doesn't have much of an emotional, attachment. Or maybe attachment's not the right word. The previous years, my top song has been oh my gosh, this song, really, helped me, through some hard times or stuff like that. And I really like those songs for that, and they mean a lot to me for that. But honestly, this is just a song that I like. And that I just like the way it sounds. I don't think everything has to be super deep though. I think some things can just be appreciated for their aesthetic value. I mean, this song is that for me. And that was my list. Phew. If you made it this far, give yourself a little pat on the head. That was a lot to sit through, I'm sure. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. all the way till the end if you did. And another thank you for following me during this year of 2023. I will come back in the next year with more fun and interesting videos. Ciao, ciao!